Hey, my beautiful people, my lovely, wonderful people. Here back I am in this Castillo Sopeña, is it right?
Yeah, Castillo Sopeña.
Castillo Sopeña, and I have the legend walking encyclopedia that Max all the way from Germany for many, many years. He settled here in this beautiful, lush, green, untouched #1 place, forested land in entire Spain. But anyhow, I'm gonna leave it up to you, and I have a lot of things to share with you right now with this beautiful. Where is it? Look at here. Look at her. Look at her. She will be guiding us all the way. But yeah, let me get back to Max. As you stopped here, please tell us what is this place you were just talking about?
Well, this is really one of my favorite views on a walk. There, over there is the Paso de Subijana, and there comes a river out. It's a little river. It's called the Bayous, and this is a very interesting land and impressive. And there are walls, stone walls, 100 meters high. And from the Middle Age, this was also a very interesting place, and also in the ancestors' times, 10,000 people, 10,000 years before there were settled people here. And yeah,
Oh, great! Oh, great! So just to tell the people that that you're so passionate and so enthusiastic about nature, forest, biodiversity. Uh, when and how you got so much involved in entire passion? And tell us about more about your background, about your education, where you studied.
Well, I think it's all in the childhood.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in Bavaria, Basque, and Niederbayern, in a little small village with 5 houses. I grew up in the house of my grandpa, and it was like a paradise for a guy like me. You know?
Oh yeah, like what way?
Yeah, we had a really big garden, and with cherry trees and plum trees and every type of tree. And grandma had a big garden with fruits and strawberries and raspberries and everything. You know, we missed nothing, and we ate from the land. We were prepared by the ancestors.
And that's how inspired you to become the nature loving.
Yeah, and that's what I had. I grew up in a really in a rural landscape in Germany, where just agriculture and.
So where did you do your studies of?
Well, like everything, you have up and downs in the studies, and I made a bachelor on forest. There's a possibility to make a bachelor that you can later go to the technical university, and I choose the branch of foresting. So I went 2 years there and made my bachelor, and we also worked in the woods. When later came the military, and then I clear that I won't like to work in the woods because I don't like to cut down the trees. I decided to study gardening, and so I worked and made a formation like a gardener, and in a little garden firm, and we grow everything. We grow flowers, we grow veggies, and there was a good shop in a little town, and it was a really nice job.
And what is the institute what you studied in? Literally.
No, first I made 2 years of practice studying in a firm. I later had a title. I had a title like a gardener, a professional gardener. That was I went to the technical university. And there I was 5 years.
What's the name of the university?
FH Weihenstephan.
And where is that?
It's near Munich.
Oh.
It's a green center of Bavaria.
And how many years you have been staying in in this village?
5 years in the university.
5 years in the university.
And there I met a wonderful, intelligent, and women from the Basque country that was there, and we fell in love. And she said, "Oh, Max, I like you, but I don't want to stay in Germany." Yeah. And like I had nothing to lose because the land of the ancestors of my grandpas were sold from family issues, and so I had nothing to lose. And I said, "Okay." First, I made a trip to the Basque country, if I like it or not, and I loved it from the beginning. It was love at first sight, and so I went to the Basque country and started a new life here on the side of a wonderful Basque woman.
So when did you come here?
I come here definitely from the 1990.
And
34 years ago.
34 years ago. And how was then here?
Well, I lived with this wonderful Basque woman, and we had a little flat in the center of Vitoria. It's a really nice Basque town. It's the capital of the Basque country, the political capital. And
so when did you come to Sopeña? Castillo Sopeña?
Well, I had studies of gardening. Well, first I concentrated on learning Spanish. You know, you want to be in the land, though you have to first speak the language of the land. Huh?
Yeah.
The first year I studied Spanish, and later I started to work as a gardener in a firm here in Vitoria. But they paid very bad, and so I decided I have to bring up my own firm because I was sure that I can do better than the most gardeners here.
And you started your firm here?
Yes, and in 92, we left the center of Vitoria and we came here. 93.
So how was then here in Sopeña? How do you find Sopeña compared to now?
Less civilized.
Less civilization.
Yeah, the neighbors here are going a bit crazy now. Now we have a light here.
Like crazy, as in what crazy means?
Well, it's like they don't like the trees, you know.
Ah, yeah, that's what.
A lot of trees, and also they brought the light to the village. It's nonsense. We have just 5 houses, and the only one who lives here, that's me.
Oh, you're the only one who stays here?
Permanently.
Otherwise, people just come in. How many houses are there?
But that's always moved me in the village, but the really who live here on the first place, that's me, when I don't travel.
And how many times you have been doing this walk now, Max, from the time you're here?
This walk?
This walk.
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
For all this 30 plus years, what you have been
not 30,
but you are around here, you have been doing this walk.
This walk is 30 walk. It started on a firm after the pandemic. Well, I was hit really hard by the pandemic, and this walk gave me back a part of my health.
So, if you have to choose any plant of the day in this entire walk which you have been doing, what that would be? During the walk, you can show if it's not coming now, but what you can tell us something, what that would be? One plant which you would
just
choose.
One?
For now, which would be your favorite?
Well, this is a walk, and we will have a lot of favorite plants on the walk. You know?
Which is your favorite?
No, I don't have one favorite plant. I love
you don't have any?
No. Look over there. There's a melangia. So pretty.
What is it? Is it
a spot of light? No, this big oak tree gets over there. That's wonderful. How can I say this is my favorite plant when every plant is different and every plant has its own magic.
Yeah. Is that that plant what you showed me of flowers? Is it a fruit bearing plant?
No, no fruit.
No fruit.
Just gives it flowers and seeds, and it's grown. It's just decorative.
And what is it called?
No, this one is genista. That's not. It's poison.
It's poisonous.
Yeah, that's poison.
What is it called once again? Sorry.
Genista.
Canista.
Yeah.
You have encountered with any animals or?
Sure, here are a lot of birds,
Uh-huh.
a lot of insects.
Something very interesting that you can share with us.
Yeah, was till last year we had a pair of real eagles here, but one of them got electrocuted.
Oh,
And
really?
the other found no other, so he went away too. So we have no more eagles here.
And where were you when you watched those eagles?
No, they came every year over my house, circling 4 eagles, depending on how much eagles they grow up every year. But no more. It's a progress, you know.
Any sort of experience which you faced in this forest which you still remember? Any accident or funny moment?
Well, funny moments a lot, you know. Come here and see a lot of funny moments.
Like one which you remember?
Well, funny. I don't know what you
Like-
you think is funny, you know.
Like when you go, like incidents, you know, when you're walking, suddenly a big tree may be collapsing or maybe big landslide because this is like
I once saw a pair of wolves. That was
wolf.
yeah.
Wolves are here.
But in the more to the side of Burgos,
Huh.
there's a big woodland here, and there
Yeah.
are also wolves. But they are more on the side of Quartango, where
Ah.
there is cattle and sheep. Here it's just cereal.
They attack?
But sometimes they eat one, sure.
And what will be their like approximately height? Like your dog?
No, they're smaller here.
The wolves are smaller here.
Yeah. Iberian wolf.
Iberian
But
wolf.
yeah, I tell you that just one flash. I went up the hill,
Yeah.
and they came
Huh.
in front of me, and the wolves separated, and one went down, and the other side, and they disappeared.
But what was what was your state of mind then?
There I was a little bit afraid, and
You alone or
yeah,
you?
it was the dog. It was the dogs.
So they didn't attack the dogs.
No, there were no attack. There were nothing. They were not interested. They were the same surprised as me to cross.
Why don't you tell us about these flowers here? These small flowers which are.
Yes, it's hepatica, but not too much here. Let me find a better place, maybe.
Okay.
Yes, it's now springtime. There's a lot of wild flowers here. Yeah. The flowers also like medicine. Yeah, it's a medicine place also. And when you go to the wood, it's a that's this little flowers here. That is Hepatica nobilis. It's a flower. It's a plant it's good for the liver. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you can Hepatica. Por eso is the name. No? And when I'm here, I like to pick some flowers and I eat it because
yeah.
it's really good.
Okay, let's try eating some. Oh, yes. Oh, it tastes really nice.
Yeah, here are more of them. And they also have
Properties,
use, it's a medicine plant. And it's like that, hepatica, it's for the liver. Hepatitis.
yeah? Ah, hepatitis.
Hepatica nobilis. You can make a salad from.
Oh, you can make salad also out of this.
Yeah. Here's also a medical plant, Primula veris. It's good for the lungs, and when you come out of the winter time, you can collect the flowers and you can make a tea from, or just eat it.
And this would be good for?
It's good for the lungs,
Oh, for respiratory system, yeah?
breathing. But you have to know the plants, you know. You can't eat
These
it.
are the one, no?
Yeah, that's a Primula veris. But not all plants are eatable, so you have to take care, no?
Oh, there are poisonous plants also here.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe you can spot some on the way.
When we see one, also nice plants, but I wouldn't eat it. No, like this one,
Ah,
Helleborus.
Belleborus.
Helleborus.
There are flowers also growing on that, yeah?
Yeah, that's a flower. But I won't eat it.
Yeah. Don't want some food poison happening to you.
Yes, it's a time, you know. To come out of the winter, and Mother Nature now is offering the medicines we need to, and one of them is all this type of flowers, you know.
So you mean to say these flowers and this nature has this own seasonal out,
Yeah,
which is needed for that time.
Yeah, that's it. The flower gives you the help, or the plant gives you the help you need to come out of the winter.
To come out of the winter.
Yeah, it's all medicine plants.
So what is the initiative what you have been doing for all this while, where how you can, you know, protect, preserve, restore and reboot the nature, and as per the how it's going on in this materialistic world now?
Well, it's gone crazy. It's just very easy. You just have to respect nature and don't interfere.
So what is your, of course I know personally what's your initiative. You have created a paradise in your home.
Well, it's different. It's just a respect, you know. You have to respect what's around you, and in the modern world we have all this mindset of exploitation. To go to the wood and make an exploitation of the wood, cut down the trees to cut the wood, and look for minerals, and the mining, the rare minerals, and the coal and the petrol and all this stuff, you know. So we destroy the virgin places, and we destroy the magic, and we destroy the habitats of a lot of incredible species, and we have a globalization, and it's all a threat. Wherever I look, it's a threat.
What would you do to kind of protect this?
Well, the best would be make a big fence, and it's not allowed to enter, and that's it. Because nature don't need us.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need a nature, and the more we interfere, the poorer nature gets, and more sick gets everything. The surrounding get poisoned. We get poisoned. Our future will be poisoned.
So can you put some more light about your initiative as for you have created this paradise, about what is sort of
It's just an egoistic. I live here, and I try to have a space that was fine for me and my family and all this stuff. But it's going up and downs.
but what are those plants you have planted which is good for the nature? And
well, what is good for the nature? Everything starts with water, you know.
water.
Yeah.
Tell us something about more. How do you feel about water? What is your idea about water?
Well, for me, water is not just water. For me, water is like an entity. Water for me is like God. Water is everywhere. Water is in this plant. It's in my body.
Yeah.
It's in the body of the mosquitoes, of the flies that are over there. So water is so essential, and we poison it on every step we do. Now look, there's also nice plants here that taste great. That's a viola.
It's called
A viola.
viola.
See?
Wow, it looks really, really amazing flower.
Yeah, viola. And it also tastes good. Some do some sweets with them. They bring it into sugar and make a glass on it, and yeah.
Oh, you eat them also straight away.
But just eat it, yeah. Oh, I had a great. I like it. It's a really taste, very subtle. It's not sweet, but it's really agradable, and also it's medicine. Medicine.
And it's good for?
But it's also when you get cold and all this stuff. So it's good.
It's built on your immune system.
Yeah.
So coming back to water, what do you think and how do you think it's getting contaminated?
Well, it's got contaminated with all the chemical industries that we put into the water, and for me, one of the biggest factors of contamination is the use we do with human fackles. Just everybody had a water closet in his flat, and he sit on it and shit into a clear drinking water. That's a situation here in Europe.
It's a situation everywhere.
Huh?
Everywhere they shit and flush the water.
Yeah, that's it's not sustainable.
So what
It's
do you
a big
suggest?
source of it's a big contamination. At the same time, it's a big loss of economic value, because our faculties also have an economic value.
Oh, you're saying it in an optimistic way. Oh shit.
Well, I think but, what it's all here in the world, what was a resource with never ending, a resource is shit.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look, there's a lot of shit. And so shit is not only something evil that have to be flushed away, and by the flushing contaminating the water, but we can, if we make an intelligent use of our shit, there's a big economical content in our faculties. The urine is a fertilizer. You can make a separation of the urine. When you have to pee, you don't flash it, you pee in a bottle and then you bring it to the garden.
You just put the pee in for the plants?
Yeah, and for the plants in your garden, or the plants that you have in the house. Some say, "Oh, it smells so bad." Well, what smells bad to me is that we are contaminating the water, and later we build waste plants to clean the water that cost an immense amount of money, and what goes out after this plant is not clear water. So what goes out of this cleaning plants is also contaminated water we send to our rivers, and the contamination goes on. The rivers go to the sea is contaminated. It's an endless circle of contamination. We don't take care of the water.
How would you approach this entire big water contamination situation?
Well, there are initiatives, but only on a very little scale. But some of the high cultures in America, the Incas, we know of them that they lived in the hide, in the Andes.
Yeah.
And we know, and that is a really not fertile land. But the Incas lived there, and they used human faculties that they knew, what we knew, for the fertilization of the land there. How did they do that? I don't know, because shit, well, it's a problem because it can contains a lot of bacteria that is harmful for the people. You can't shit only here on the land and that's it. And that's not available. You have to do a waste treatment with the shit. You can make a compost on a little scale, or you can also gasification.
You cannot. So, you're right. You cannot. You cannot just shit and say that this is the fertilizer.
Yeah, that's not the way it is.
But in India, they still do it, huh?
Yeah,
they go to the fields to shit.
Yes, it's also okay, well, but it's not healthy.
And like there should be certain process. I can see some really old trees here.
Yeah, this is this tree is dead.
Oh, it's dead.
It's a dead old tree.
How is dead?
But he was the biggest one on the mountain. He was called Methuselah.
Methuselah. It has a name also.
Yeah, the people here gave him the name. He was Methuselah, but he died 3 or 4 years ago.
And
it's really huge.
Any reason you know why?
Well, maybe like it's Methuselah.
Is aged?
Well, the age. Yeah, all the plants are not forever.
Yeah, and Methuselah
now he's a dead tree, but he's still alive because he gives support to plants to climb on it, and he also gives a place for the insects to stay in, or a bird to build his net. Yeah?
So after
he's
dying,
dead, but he's not dead. He forms part of the space here, and it's like a sculpture, you know, for me. It's like a sculpture of Mother Nature that gave us these big trees.
So you mean to say after dying also the tree is still providing possible life?
Yeah, it's full of life.
Methuselah means something or just a...
Huh?
It means something, the name Methuselah?
Methuselah.
Yeah, Methuselah.
Yes, it's the oldest man in the Bible.
Oh. Since it's a Catholic community.
Yeah, sure. It's the Basque country where the Jesuitas come from.
So as we're talking about the first indigenous, have we got the topic of indigenous? So what are the indigenous and traditional forms where it's still followed in the modern conservation?
No. It's about a conversation. I don't know. I'm not a conservative. I'm not a member of something. I'm just a single person, you know.
Yeah, but you do a lot of things of conservation. The reason
I don't use chemicals. I don't use pesticides and all this stuff. You know, I don't use herbicides to kill the herbs on my land, or chemical to kill the insects.
Oh, yeah, that's
the first part that like a single person you can do. And as we talked of before, a fertilizer. Well, I started to pee in a bottle and I use it to fertilize the land.
You do that?
Yeah, I have a lot of storage of pee there, and in winter you don't use it. But now in prime time, I will give it to my roses and the trees. And well, this year I don't know if I will have a plantation, because I want to travel a lot and you have to take care of the plants.
Max, is there any communities around here which is working on the conservation, working on the...
Well, there are some ecological movements here, and in Vitoria and Alaba, we have a biological store where you can buy biological products, and the veggies and everything is coming from farms, the way it's possible from the surroundings.
I can see some trees which are dead here.
Yeah, that's also a sad thing happening. This is they say that it's a kind of mushroom who's dying pine trees. And these are all dead, you know. And in combination with the stress of water, always lack of water, then...
So these trees are indigenous to here?
No, it comes from the outside. They don't know where, they don't know when. It probably comes from Vizcaya, because they imported a lot of pine trees from Chile. And probably it's a mushroom from Chile that now is killing all the woods.
All the woods, meaning all the woods, or
No, just the pine trees for the moment, but also some of the stone oaks are felled.
I can see these trees even dead in Germany also.
Yeah.
All over Europe it's happening?
Yeah, it's a phenomenon they call the Waldsterben. Esto es un nombre alemán, que significa... This is a name in German, and it means the dying of the wood. In Germany, we can relate it with the industrial contamination. You know, Germany is a highly industrial sized land, and the lands around also, and all the poison we blow into the air is moving. And when it's raining, it comes down.
It's moving in the air, you mean to say?
Yeah, and when it's raining, once again, the water, this poison got mixed with the water and fell down as an acid rain.
Yes.
The acid rain. And that's related with industrialization and all and that's what's happening. Yeah. The wood is dying worldwide.
But as you said, this is the one of the best conserved forest in entire Spain. You can see this
Not entire Spain. Nah, it's Spain. Spain has a big luck that the north of Spain is still really good woods there. You have beers here, that's indicators. The north of Spain.
How many animals are there here? Name some.
Well, there are a lot of birds, and there are also corzos. That's like a little deer.
Deer. Oh,
that's or warhawks. You know, jabalis.
Jabalis are the pigs, no?
Yeah, the wild pigs. Yeah, and also wild cats and foxes and predators.
Rabbits are there?
Rabbits too, yeah, but not too much. There was a sickness. Like everything's dying, there also died the rabbits.
So is there any magical, mystical story around this forest?
I can't fix it here around it, but we are here in the Basque country, and the Basque country there's a big tradition of legends of magical, mysterious beings, spirits.
Spirits?
Yeah, and one of the spirits here is Mari.
Mari.
It's nothing to do with Maria from the Catholic. It's not the Mother of God. It's Mari as a protector. Mother is like Mother Earth. It's a women's spirit who gives fertility and all this stuff.
And the spirit still exists?
Sure.
Have you had any encounters with certain kind of spirit?
We have it on every step on this earth. You have an encounter with a spirit. You step on a spirit. Every grass here, every flower, every plant is a spirit.
Like any unusual experience, like in this magical, mystical forest? Because as I can see, this beautiful forest is just breathtaking forest here. It's so beautiful. So do you have any experience sort of like that?
Well, I tell you, it's not so easy. The spiritual stuff is inner stuff. It's something you experience or not, you know. And I feel that I'm connected, that I'm here around, nature, and I'm not alone. Yeah. And And every plant we see here is just a material representation of the spirit who is behind. Every insect, every other type of being.
You see spirit in all. And what is that
Yeah.
you just ate now?
But it's tomillo.
Oh, tomillo.
Yeah.
Wow, it's very strong.
Yeah, it's
Tomillo.
strong.
It's a local herb what they use here.
Yeah, yeah, you can use it in a lot of sauces and soups. It's really great. It's good also for the breast system.
Do you think there's an awareness of Mari around the people who lives here?
Well, the older one, sure, and the legends here, and the younger one in the Basque country knows that Mari exists. There is the Basque country is a divided country, you know.
Ah,
Before the Catholics came here, there were strange environment, strange original beliefs and spirits. You know? Here, the Basque wood is protected by a basajaun. The basajaun is a mythological being, a spirit in form of a big tree who's moving.
the
through.
tree which is
Yeah,
moving.
yeah, basajaun.
The tree which is moving, you're saying?
Yeah, trees are moving. Basajaun, protectors of the Basque, of the woodland, or lamias that are sitting on the side of the rivers, and they are spirits in form of a woman chanting. The sirens, the little dwarfs, they are all represented in the Basque mythology. They all exist, you know.
The lady, the tree which is moving, the doves. Now, these are all the mythology story of Basque country.
They are here in the Basque country and also forms part of the spiritual believing in a lot of pre-Catholic tribes in Europe. In Bavaria, we also have something similar.
In Germany.
Yeah. Where I grew up. We're also very Catholic now.
Yeah, I can. As we had a conversation, you mostly see how the colonization changed the entire
Well,
belief system.
yeah. That's a beautiful place. You have a great sight here. You can see the village down, everything.
Where's your house?
Yeah, the house is over there. You have to go down more. There, when you go down here, take care not to fall.
Oh, that's your house there.
Now you can sit and look down.
It's really indeed. It's not touched, huh? This.
Yeah. To touch the less as possible. Just to make it nice.
More nice.
Yeah. Every day a little bit nicer. Okay, let's go down.
Let's take care, huh? Because you never know. Yes, we are. Here we are.